when I do this kind of thing, it's Paradox. It's also Chris, and you can call me Chris after the end of the workshop again. Do I need this?
Yes.
I don't think I do. It's a bit impersonal.
I have to mic you up now, though.
Thanks anyway. Oh, does he want that?
Yeah.
So better for him with
the poem, maybe.
Yeah, just for the poem.
Just for the poem, so we get a recording of it, but I think you're right, Hannah, I'm going to drop it after that, yeah? Hello, welcome. You're just coming in and out. I can see that you've got to your own agenda. He doesn't look like he's joining us. So yeah, my name's Paradox when I do this, and we're here for the Art of Meaning workshop, which paradoxically is actually more an art of meaninglessness. There's a whole kind of dance between meaning and meaninglessness. In the first place, one defines the other, because meaninglessness is the absence of meaning. And what I found in my life, the art of giving your life meaning is the art of being able to recognize what's meaningless, which is kind of almost everything. But we'll come back to that. But what I want to do is give you a sort of credentials. Who the hell am I to think I can stand here and talk about the meaning of life, you know? Thousands of people throughout the ages, philosophers and theologists and all those type of people have talked about it, and who the hell am I? Well, I'm a bloke that's alive and has been for 44 years and has had a number of experience which has have given me certain understandings, I think understandings and realizations, and I've applied those understandings and realizations and they seem to work every time. So there are my credentials, and very empiricist, if you know what I mean. And but I'm going to do a poem for you, and it really does encapsulate a particular journey that I went on, which really speaks to this whole thing about our ability to give meaning to the events of our lives. And I went traveling in India 3.5 years ago, had an amazing time backpacking for 7 months, did some self-inquiry kind of meditation courses, came back to England, had a major culture shock, and because of this kind of new awareness of the stories I had running around my head, had a nervous breakdown and became suicidally depressed in a good way. And in my search for myself, ran off to California to trim marijuana, as you do, and didn't find myself there, but then found myself going to Mexico to join a rainbow gathering. Anybody here know what a rainbow gathering is? Make some noise? No? Make some noise, no? Okay, that's confusing, but I get you. Well, a rainbow gathering is a kind of temporary autonomous zone in the form of Hakim Bay, where lots of people get together on land that's been sort of lent to them for 2 or 3 months, and they live together in a non-hierarchical way, and basically learn to do the basic human thing of living together in a non-hierarchical way. Who'd have thunk it? And while I was there, I achieved a sense of not being suicidal. And I joined, thank you very much. And I joined a horse caravan, which consisted of 30 people, traveling around Mexico on horseback, full cowboy style, camping, doing a circus, putting on circus shows at different towns. Adventure of a lifetime. I'm a London boy, and a Mexican cowboy circus at the age of 41, joined the circus at 41. Goodness me, you'd have thunk it. And had an amazing time, and one day we'd ridden the horses about 20 miles, came to a new site where we were going to pasture them, and took the horses into the river to wash them, and there was a cliff behind the river, and I just was compelled to climb it, and there was kids jumping off, local kids jumping off the cliff into the water, and I joined them, and I stood right next to them. I said, it's okay to jump here, and they went, see, and I jumped, and just where I landed there was a rock sticking out of the riverbed, and I smashed my leg and did this.
Whoa!
Just so you know. It's all about accessories, isn't it, girls? And so, as we say in North London, mash up my leg there. And got gangrene and nearly died, and 3 girls saved my life, and I came back home, and people sent £8,500 because I didn't have holiday insurance. Came back home, had an amazing healing with my mum and my brothers and my son, and you know, all my friends were, oh, it's a tragedy, it's terrible, lost a leg. And I was like, well, yeah, kind of, but it was also the best thing that ever happened to me. And so I wrote a poem about that, and it's called The Colour of a Perfect Moment, and there is some audience participation. Would you like to do some audience participation?
Yeah!
That's a definite yes, very assertive, well done. So the chorus goes like this, if you do the bit when I point to you. Color of a perfect moment. Color, color, color of a perfect moment. Color, color, color of a perfect moment. Color, 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 color. Yes, it had the color of a perfect moment. The color of a perfect moment. The color of a perfect moment. Color, 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 color. It all started in India when this two-legged adventurer decided he wanted to venture deep into the center with Advaita Vedanta and Srinivasagadatta, some Satchitananda and a touch of Candice O'Denver. Beliefs put in the blender, crutches return to sender. Gonna go beyond mere gender, gonna make my heart tender. So long codepender, so long ego defender. Hello mind body transcender. Hello next black bodhisattva. God, I must have been mental, must have eaten too many lentils. They were seemingly instrumental and somewhat influential. Needless to mention, it wasn't my intention to undermine my mental protection by exposing my mental projection. Got some kind of mental infection, got some kind of mental defection. The kind of thing you expect to get if you elect to reset your perception. That seems to be my lesson. Be careful what you wish for. If your prophetic powers are piss poor, how will you know what to look for? Look for, look for. But it had the color of a perfect moment. The color of a perfect moment. The color of a perfect moment. Color, 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 color. It's a color of a perfect moment. The color of a perfect moment. The color of a perfect moment. Color, color, color. So now I'm back for the festy season, and I don't know what to believe in. I don't know what I'm feeling. My life has lost its meaning. I'm just gonna try and keep breathing. In a couple of months I'll be leaving to go trimming in California and hopefully overachieving. But now my mind is seething. I don't like the cards I'm dealing. I'm dreaming of hanging my sorry ass from the ceiling. My girlfriend keeps on teasing me. I don't know what she means to me. We used to be in sexual ecstasy. Now it feels like she put a hex on me. She wants to have sex with me, wants to flex her sexy legs for me. But I can't get out of my head, you see. Imagining myself dead, you see. Worrying about my legacy at the existential edge of my energy. Unable to think what's next for me and ignoring the sexiness next to me. And absolutely terrified of my destiny. Destiny, destiny. But it had the color of a perfect moment. The color of a perfect moment. The color of a perfect moment. Color, 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 color. Yes, it had the color of a perfect moment. The color of a perfect moment. The color of a perfect moment. Color, 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 color. So now I'm in sunny California, and I really don't want to bore you, but I'm still suicidal. This wave of inner shit must be tidal. But I've started to make some money, and I finally got over my honey. Once again, food's becoming yummy, but I can't find anything funny. I've lost my sense of humor. It's like a Spurs fan becoming a gooner. God, I really am a loser. Loser, loser. I'm 41 years old and I've got absolutely nothing to show. Be better for me to go, wouldn't be that big of a blow. But what about my sons, those bright shining ones? I'll be letting them down again, I can't do that to them. I've got to pull myself together, I've got to sail the stormy weather. It's not all about me, it's all about loving them, whatever. So I'm gonna chase the rainbow. I've decided to fly to Mexico. Got a feeling that that's where next to go. Bueno, bueno, bueno. Bienvenido a la casa de rainbow. Hola, que pasa, amigo? You get to work for the community, and the community gets to work on your ego. Ego, ego. But it had the color of a perfect moment. The color of a perfect moment. The color of a perfect moment. Color, 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 color. The color of a perfect moment. Color of a perfect moment. The color of a perfect moment. Color, 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 color. So now I'm a buffalo soldier. I'm a horse caravan controller. I'm living life much bolder. Cowboy rock and roller. Chop wood, carry water. Gypsy sons and daughters. Check your name on the rotor. Make sure you put in your full quota. Chris, have you fed to tanker? Chris, have you watered to tanker? Chris, have you groomed to tanker? Chris, have you shoed to tanker? Riding my beautiful horse across the countryside, of course. I was delighted by the source of all my non-suicidal thoughts. I was high as a cloud nine. Even mundane reality was divine. However bad it was fine. We laughed, danced and sang the whole time. Drumming away on the djembe, singing our hearts out night and day, shaking our hips each and every way. Life was in its heyday. Now today is payday. It's a day you wanna be away day. They say it's gonna rain today. I had a date with pain today. I tried to be David Blaine today. The memory will never fade away. I jumped off a cliff down Oaxaca way. Looks like I met my fate today. Fate today. Fate today. But it had the colour of a perfect moment. The colour of a perfect moment. The colour of a perfect moment. Colour, 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 colour. Oh, yes, it had the colour of a perfect moment. The colour of a perfect moment. The colour of a perfect moment. Colour, 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 colour. So they dragged me out the river. My foot smashed to smithers. People see the blood and they shiver. I'm one fucked up jigger. But these three rainbow angels take over my arrangements. They rush me off by ambulance because my leg began to get gangrenous. Situation extremely dangerous. Life and death adventure facing us. Everything the universe wants to say to us. Mental, emotional and sensuous. Agonizing pain and gentleness. Thousands of pounds were sent to us. Plus loving kindness and tenderness and deeply healing sentiments. These sisters of mercy saved my life. Can you imagine what that might be like? It goes beyond ideas of black and white. It goes beyond ideas of wrong and right. So now I'm back in Charing Cross Hospital, adjusting to the fact I've lost the foot. I've got to deal with the fact that it's gone for good. Gone for good. Gone for good. But you know what, 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 I'm not that bothered, cause I'm no longer estranged from my mother, and I realise how much I love my brother, and it seems I'm a much better lover, and the leg's just great material, like a gripping HBO serial, and it keeps me from getting too ethereal, and reminds me I do have the wherewithal, wherewithal, and it had a colour of a perfect moment. The colour of a perfect moment. The colour of a perfect moment. Colour, 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 colour. The colour of a perfect moment. 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 Of a perfect. Don't get ahead. Moment. Thank you very much. So by the end of the workshop, you'll all be writing and performing a poem just like that.